So, people are upset with your boy Kawhi Leonard. The NBA didn't fine the Celtics or the Clippers for giving out misleading information or inconsistent stories, I should say, regarding his injury. Look, man, we in November. If you hurt, okay, I get it. But come on, man, this load management stuff. I mean, because for the fans, like you and I, right? Like, obviously, we're fans. We're gonna watch the game either way. But as trying to grow the game, I want to see Giannis and I want to see Kawhi Leonard. I want to see that, okay? Because I'm only gonna get one more chance to see it. It's primetime TV unless they meet in the finals. Sit out the first night of the back-to-back. Who are they playing? The Kings or something crazy like that? The Warriors? Why? Come on, man.
Bro, this is a Pop thing, man. I hate Pop brought this to the NBA. I hate that it started to be like Pop used to say, resting because of what, aging or old or some bullshit like that. And he was notorious for doing this shit on ESPN or on the TNT broadcast and taking the easier game. What they're doing is not really directed at the national televised game, but they're playing them on the lighter end of the back-to-back. And the heavier end of the back-to-back is always the best team. That's why it's nationally televised. If you're playing Giannis in Milwaukee, that's going to be, in November. That's a heavy minutes game. You know what I mean?
If you're in the NBA, if you're Adam Silver, do you send a note to teams, and you probably can't do it this season, but that, you know what, if you're going to start sitting guys, load management, because I don't think the problem is load management, and there's only select few guys that do it.
I think this is for the collective bargaining agreement. They're trying to shorten the season, man. They're trying to get the season down to 70, 72 games.
Which is fine. I don't think it'll happen. You're not going to get you're not going to get the owners to agree to give up that much money. You're not going to get players might agree to give up that much money. Money's not what it used to be.
Are you going to give back some percentages when I lose money? That's the problem. Like, you can start pushing for these things, but in collective bargaining, it's a negotiation. What are you going to give me to make me shorten the season by 10 games and lose 10 games of revenue? What are you going to give back? What are you willing to give back? And they're not going to be able to. They're not going to give back anything significant because that's going to affect TV contracts.
Right.
Everything, ticket sales, arena sales. It's too much
either way.
money.
The NBA needs to figure out a way to, like, hey, load management, fine, we get it, whatever y'all want to do. But you sit out on a nationally televised game because if you're ESPN, you're pissed. You paid $500-something million. You paid $500 million for these NBA rights. Same thing with TNT. And then the fact that Kawhi Leonard missed the ESPN game and played on the TNT game has to make ESPN even more upset. It's like, yo, you can't sit out nationally televised games unless you are actually injured. And the only way you're sitting out that game is if you're missing the next game. You're missing both back-to-backs. Like there's got to be something in place for this to stop happening. Because while I want the game to grow as a fan, also I just don't want to. I want to see Kawhi. I want to see the best players in the NBA. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, but the problem is that I think the players are prima donnas, and you can say, "Oh, they're athletes taking care of your body." Man, bro, they getting paid like $40 million a year to hoop. You know what I mean? I mean, I understand it's their job and it's a profession, but they getting paid like $40 million a year to hoop because we're not talking about the dude that just made the roster. He's not sitting out with this shit. He ain't no load management for him. He played every fucking game. The eighth man on the roster, he's not sitting out no games because he sprained his ankle. This is only your top tier talent that is doing this. So if you're telling me these issues on your body only affects the dudes that's making $45 million a year, it's bullshit, man. I like what James Harden said, man. Ain't no load management for me. I'm out here trying to get it. Now, he's a stat chaser, but I understand
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I understand what he's saying. That's how it used to be. How is it nowadays that now 82 games is way too much? So, in order to keep the 82, they tried to stretch the season last year. They started the season 2 weeks earlier because this isn't like the NFL. There's not guaranteed 4 preseason games. You schedule your own preseason games. Some years, I think there's a minimum of like 4 or 5, but you can schedule that many ones. You can schedule 12. You can schedule 4. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to schedule a bunch of preseason games. So that's up to the team and the organization, and the players don't have control of that, but still. And then after that, last year, they tried to stretch the season. They started the season 2 weeks earlier to cut down on back-to-backs and triple headers and 4 or 5 times a week. And then the players still said the season was too long. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to cut. I just don't believe they're going to cut the games lower than 82. So it has to be some type of compromise. If you're not starting the season earlier, so you don't have to have 4 and 5 games a week and all these back-to-backs, what can you do? The travel's not going to stop because you have to go back and forth across America and Canada. You have to have these travel schedules. You're going to be playing in one city one night and flying to another city the next night.
That's the name of the game, man. That's what you signed up for.
You got private jets and shit now. They were doing this shit on commercial flights.
Exactly.
Taking red eyes in the 80s.
Exactly.
it's,
So, just kind of switching gears a little bit.